내가
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Stephen Curry's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Durant. Then it's James. And it's Jokic in at the center.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
We've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order, all of it. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
That one falls.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Curry kicks to LeBron. Outside for Curry. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Curry's got 5.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The West making some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Edwards in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Tatum. And Durant sends it back.
For all the scoring, KD's 7.5-foot reach can sometimes get overlooked. He said, let me remind you with that rejection.
Now here's Curry. Jason Tatum missing his last shot, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
Now here's Brunson. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Curry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Brunson.
And Curry's really a master at drawing contact. The defense has to be careful when defending him.
That free throw, no good. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now here's Edwards. Following the miss by Giannis. James, a screen on Giannis. Edwards drives in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Catching up on changes for the West. Jackson, he's checked in for James. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Durant. Wembanyama, a screen on Brunson. Wembanyama passes to Curry. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. Williams for 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Towns gets it to go.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space, Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
But, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Pass to Brown for 3. It's rebounded by the West. Edwards looking it over. Here's Curry with the 3. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Outside Curry. Wembanyama, a screen on Brunson. Outside for Jackson. Brunson against Curry. Here's Edwards, stolen by Mitchell. And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Şengün's checked in for the West. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Curry. Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Giannis outside. Mitchell kicks to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Brown's got 5 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Giannis outside. Brown outside. Brown throws it down.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game. And here are the East All-Stars now. 6-point game. Here's Mitchell. Şengün with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Şengün with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Jackson passes to Edwards. East grabs the miss. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the triple. The shot comes out. For 3, Edwards. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the West All-Stars. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis is out there with Jokic. Then it's Harden, and it's Edwards in at the 3 slot.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Now here's Brunson, following the miss by Jokic. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Garland. And so Harden will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's good. Harden's got his first points in this one.
So many of Harden's shots are either from 3 or at the rim. But he can do this too.
And here's Brunson outside. The West leading by 5. Outside Edwards. Mobley with the rebound. Edwards gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Garland. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Here's Siakam. Plays it up and banks it in. Siakam's got his first bucket of the night.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Going inside, and the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
Now, Brunson. Outside Garland. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Garland's got his second basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Brunson. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Basket good.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
The East trail by 6. Brown feeling it out a bit. And finished off by Brown.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Siakam screen on Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Brown kicks to Brunson. Shoots the 3. That shot is off. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. With some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Mobley. Tatum comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Mitchell in for Garland. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jokic. Kevin Durant comes in for Anthony Davis. James checked in for Edwards. And Curry subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Everything's within Curry's range.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Tatum on the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Tatum's got 7.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brown outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Wembanyama. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Garland, he's checked in for the East. He throw good, Wembanyama. Here's Giannis. Outside Tatum. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. He's got 10.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Wembanyama against Tatum. Lets it go from 11, and that one goes long. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East. Trailing by 10. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Tatum against Wembanyama. Over Tatum. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Wembanyama has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Giannis rips it down.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Harden the pass to Curry. Goes up at the stripe. Drained for 2 points. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Garland, no good. The West leading by 10. Curry with the bucket. Curry's got 20 points.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
1:04 left here in the second. James finds Harden. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside Tatum. Offline with his 3. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team. And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Brown. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Garland. Then for the West All-Stars, Davis is checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And Durant subbed in for Nikola Jokic.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
That will count. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the West All-Stars out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the final half-court shot. Drums, please. And measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star Game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
They've got Antetokounmpo. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns, and it's Tatum in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Thompson with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and it goes down 2 points.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, LeBron just continues to perform at a very high level, which is simply incredible when you consider his age.
So it's the West now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by the West. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Durant. Davis, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they double up Davis. It's Durant on the wing. The West again cannot hit.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first.
Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Curry's shot is good.
And really, this has been an MVP caliber performance. Guys, he's been terrific.
Yeah, he has been. It's going to be a very easy job for the voters this year.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. Here's Brunson. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Mitchell.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Durant finds Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Edwards, he's checked in for LeBron. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. KD against Giannis. Outside Tatum. Here's the 3. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Thompson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Good ball movement here by the East. Giannis kicks to Brunson. Pass to Mitchell. Towns wide open. Oh, good on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And here's Davis for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. The East trail by 14. Here's Tatum. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Well, Tatum can find the shot he wants just about anywhere. He's got that kind of versatility.
KD, a screen on Tatum. Outside, KD. Edwards passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries it from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points in the game.
Edwards has such good feel, knows when to get his own or move the ball.
Outside Tatum. Back to Brunson. Launches it. They grab their own miss. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Giannis. Giannis dunks it down.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Here is Edwards. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the hoop and the harm.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Brown's checked in. Free throw good, Edwards. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and another testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
So for the West, Jokic is checked in for Davis. Wembanyama comes in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden subbed in for Stephen Curry. Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Harden outside. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Oh, muscling it in, Brunson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Jokic sets the screen for Harden. Shoots over Brunson. Harden's shot is off. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the East. 15-point game. Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
And Towns drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
The West leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Harden. Jokic sets the screen for Harden. Again, the West All-Star.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Pass to Mitchell. Now Brown. This one for 3, and the 3 ball is good. 12 points for him.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And the West leads by 14. .130 left in the third quarter. Brunson the pass to Mitchell. Back to Brunson. 5 on the clock from 20 feet out. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the East. Evan Mobley's checked in for Towns. Pascal Siakam comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Garland in for Donovan Mitchell. Now, here's Garland. He's got 6. For 3, Siakam. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. That one goes in. Wembanyama has got 7 points.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Brunson. The West grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
24 seconds left to play in the third. Brunson scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And the last second attempt does not go in for it. And so it's the West All-Stars closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Anthony Edwards out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Harden. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The East trail by 20. Brown outside. Now for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities, they're the visibility, they're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
Now Edwards, after Darius Garland missing on that last three-pointer. Over Brown. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Brown, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Hey, the defense has no answer for Jaylen Brown. I mean, when he's dribbling the ball, his teammates know they're in good hands.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the West. Wembanyama outside. The 3 from Harden. And it's the East with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Davis is checked in for Jokic. Kevin Durant comes in for Victor Wembanyama. James checked in for Edwards. And Curry subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Durant missing.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
KD, a screen on Garland. Curry finds KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Mobley. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Evan Mobley. And finished off by Brown.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
And Curry the bucket on the assist from KD. 29 points for Stephen Curry.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Brown. Up again. The rebound by Harden.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games. They're shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding the lead late.
He's off on the first.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. Jalen Brunson comes in for Mitchell. The West leading by 18. The drive by James, and James throws it down.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
Brunson with it. Outside Garland. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Durant. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. The three from Garland. It's good from long range.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And here is Curry. Pass to Durant. Banked in off the glass. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Brown. Over James. The West All-Stars pull it in. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And now to the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has an update for us on Anthony Edwards. What's the news there, Dave?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the West All-Stars head athletic trainer. He told me that it looks like he sprained that wrist. Thankfully, no signs of broken bones. He will not return to the game, and he may not be back on the court for a couple of games so he can heal up. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Garland. Here's Giannis. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And, Greg, barring something unforeseen, I mean, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the East All-Stars. Antetokounmpo finds Brunson. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And that's unselfishness right there. Full display. Giannis wanting to get it to open teammates.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from deep. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Good.
Still possessing incredible athleticism. LeBron James, when he attacks like this, you can almost forget about stopping.
Outside Tatum. Outside Antetokounmpo. That 3 off the mark. The West leading by 22. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists now in this one. Antetokounmpo kicks to Brunson. Deflects the pass. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's LeBron. Yep, that one goes. LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
And the basket by Tatum. 51 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's LeBron. No good that time. Giannis with some nice D. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
KD is so good at drawing contact. Really smart at finding ways to draw fouls and get to the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 29 seconds left in the 4th. Towns, a screen on Curry. Pass to Towns. No good on the 3. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Good on the bucket.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Brunson. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that on broadcast log, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.